Accountability is not an attack. Accountability is love at the end of the day. You know, when we see our brothers and sisters in error and we do nothing about it and we don't speak on it, that's hate. That means that you don't care about their well-being. You don't care whether they get out of harm's way. You don't care whether they learn the right way when you don't call it out. Accountability. People who are used to being lied to will often associate accountability with hatred or being harsh or just hating in general, because everybody around them has always told them what they want to hear. Everyone has always affirmed their actions. Everybody is on the same page as them, like no matter what, nobody holds them accountable. Like when you see your girlfriend, you know, going from boy to boy or guy to guy to guy to guy after X amount of time, you know, she's dated like 6, 7 guys throughout the year. And you just kind of, and all you say is, yeah, I'm happy for you. You know, you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. And have you noticed that you've said that every time she's found somebody? You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Yeah, you're winning. You know, I'm happy for you. And in your mind, you may be thinking, well, I'm just trying to be a good friend. I'm just trying to, you know, encourage her. I'm just trying to congratulate her. And I get it. But at the same time, why not look a little bit more deeper into it? Like, what's really going on here? Like, what's really the problem? Like, why does it seem like you have to be with somebody over and over and over? And fellas, this applies to you too. Why does it seem like you have to be with somebody, multiple people over and over a short period of time? Like, there's something wrong here. There's an error somewhere. And it can't be all of those other people. Accountability is pulling that brother or that sister to the side and be like, hey, let's go have coffee. Let's talk. Or let's go have lunch. On me. Yeah, pay for it. Pay for it. That'll let them know that you're serious. And just say, is everything okay? And of course, they're going to give you that generic answer. Oh, yeah, I'm good. Everything's fine. And your bros, oh, man, I'm good over this way. Ain't nothing wrong. Life is good. You know, I'm blessed and highly favored, but yet you seem to be struggling in some areas that nobody's ever touched on. And that's the thing right there. There are areas in their lives that people wouldn't dare touch because they don't want people to be mad at them. They don't want to lose a friend. They don't want to offend them. But again, if you don't call out stuff when you see it and you know that it's wrong, do you really love them? Do you really care for them? If that's the case, you can't say that you do if you're not willing to hold them accountable and say, hey, you know, I've noticed that, you know, every time you get out of a situation, you act like this and you act like that, and then things kind of go back to the way that they were. Perhaps there's something deep within you haven't dealt with. Perhaps there's some trauma lingering, you know, from your past that may continuously keep making its way to the present, causing you to make the same mistake over and over. And this is when your friends may be like, well, I'm not making a mistake because it's not me. Brother, sis, when you are constantly changing relationships that frequently, 5, 6, 7, 8 times throughout the year, it ain't the other person. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's not the other person, because a lot of people have this mindset that I'm just God's gift to men or to women. And that you might be cute. You feel me? You might be cute. You may be, you know, in shape, fellas. You may have money, but that doesn't mean that you don't have problems. And you know what they say, hurt people hurt people. And I'm not saying, well, I don't know, somebody hit me, I'm going to hit them. No, it could be something you dealt with in the past and you never heal from it, and you keep casting that on to other people, causing them to hurt, and then to carry on that chain of pain to other people. And your friends may see it and say, hey, you know, why don't you just endure a season of singleness for a little bit? Why don't you just endure some time to yourself? Hold them accountable. Now, I got to warn you, like, if they're not used to this, they will get upset. And they will think that you're trying to, you know, sabotage their life. They'll think that you're not happy for them, that you don't want to see them win, when in actuality, you love them. You don't want to see them repeat this process again. Hold them accountable. You know, and this could be applied to various different parts of life. I'm utilizing relationships because, you know, that's a really, really large thing. And it's very important to a lot of people because people involve themselves with people every day. And, you know, there's people in your life that you consider to be your friend. But are they really your friend if they're not really telling you about yourself? Now, folks have lost friends over this, by the way. Like, people are like, I'm cutting people off this season who don't want to see me win. When in actuality, you cutting people off that told you about yourself. You're cutting people off that try to hold you to your word. You're cutting people off that saw the danger up the road and tried to warn you. And because you couldn't see it and you were blind, you thought that they didn't want to see you succeed. When that's not the case at all. That's not hating, my friend. That's trying to save you from embarrassment. Because that's another thing right there that no one will tell you. Every time you let people know, hey, I'm doing something new, you know, after a couple of months, you keep on doing something new and never really finishing what it is you started. There's people laughing at you. There's people scoffing at you like, oh, here we go again, you know. Let's see how long this is going to last this time. I mean, and that's just the way I've seen it as an observation. Your friends are going to hold you accountable. They're going to hold you accountable, and you're going to think you're under attack when you're not. No one's trying to attack you. No one's trying to steal your joy. No one's trying to make you miserable. People who love you will try to hold you accountable because they want to see you better. You know, again, when you love somebody, that's what you do. You don't just let them crash and burn. You don't just let them fail throughout life. You do what you do the right thing and hold them to themselves. Because people will always have individuals in their life that are yes men and no women. Yes, women. No one's going to tell you no. There ain't, no men and no women are considered haters. No men and no women are considered miserable. Like, everybody doesn't have to tell you yes. And it may sting to hear that, but you will thank them in the future for holding you to your word and saving you from heartache by holding you accountable. Peace.